Ciao friends, and welcome to another episode from Simple Italian Cooking. My name is Liz, and I'm really excited for this particular recipe because it started out one way and it totally kind of inverted itself into something new with these dates and prosciutto and ricotta, and I didn't, and kind of still, like literally 10 minutes ago, I was asking my husband, what do I call this? Like, this isn't how the recipe was supposed to be. And so I think I have a name. Prosciutto and date roll-ups is what I currently am thinking of. But I don't know. It might change. So, but let's get started because this is such a really cool recipe. It started off, I was going to do stuffed dates that were like rolled with prosciutto, which is fine. But man, that took just too long and it was kind of messy and this and that. I said, there's got to be an easier way. And so I kind of inverted the ingredients, and what I did is what I'm going to show you now. And all you need is some ricotta. You don't need this much that's in here. I just didn't put it in a separate bowl. You're just going to need a little bit of ricotta. I'm using whole milk ricotta because it's creamier. You're going to want to have some dates. Now, my dates were in the freezer, and so they were very hard. So I wanted to soften them up quickly, and because we're going to be chopping them up. And so what I did was I just soaked them in some hot water. And within like 5 minutes, they were totally fine. You're going to need just a little bit of olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. That's just in the pan. We're not frying anything. We're just crisping some things up. So there's no deep frying. We're just going to use a thin layer of olive oil here. And then, of course, we got the prosciutto. So in terms of quantities, I'm just doing a small batch. I'm going to show you how to make it because depending on how much you want to use, how many you want to make, that's going to determine how much you want to buy. So you'll be able to do the calculations based on how I'm doing it, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your dates, and we're going to chop. Now, you can put it through a food processor, or you could just do it manually like I'm doing here. And what I'm doing is I'm just chopping the dates up. You want to make sure that they're pitted, okay? We do not want any pits. So that's another good thing about doing it this way is because you're going to feel it. Sometimes even when you buy them pitted, sometimes you kind of get a little bite. You know, you bite into one and it's like, oh, there's a little bit of a pit. I have about 21 dates here, so we'll see how far I go and how much this makes. Okay, so I didn't do all of them. I left a few of them in here, but that's okay. So I'm just going to push that kind of off to the side here. So now comes the fun part. I mean, this really makes a good sweet and salty type of dessert or appetizer. Because you have the sweetness from the dates, which are so sweet, and then you have the saltiness of the prosciutto, and then the creaminess of the cheese. It's just a really great combination. I'm not even using any extra herbs, although of course you're free to, experiment, and if you want to try different things, then go ahead and do it. Let me know in the comments if you do, and I'd love to give it a try myself. Okay, so basically the principle is this: you take the prosciutto and you lay it down like this, and then you layer a little bit of the ricotta, and then you go ahead and spread it around and just experiment with how thick you want it. So I'm just going to put a layer here. I know it's going to spread out when I roll it up, so I'm not going all the way to the edges, but I think this is pretty good right there. Then you're going to take a little bit of the dates and just go ahead and sprinkle them around like this. And some are just naturally, once we roll it, it'll be, some will be bigger than others. That's totally fine. Each batch is different. So I'm just going to kind of roll it like this. Some of it will fall apart. Then I'm just going to slice it into serving size pieces. And I'm just going to put these off to the side. Again, these are going to be all different sizes because prosciutto, I mean, look, it just falls apart. So you got to work with what you have. And of course, if you put this through a food processor or blender, it'd be more of a paste. I just chose not to do that. Okay, so we have them here. So they are fragile, but that's okay. Trust me, it's going to be totally worth it. And people are going to be like, loving this for at your next party, or if you just do it for yourself. So I'm going to put this on low, and I'm going to heat up just a little bit of olive oil, not too much. I don't want it to be sitting in a bunch of olive oil, but what we're looking for is to be able to get that prosciutto to basically get crispy. So we're going to need to turn it in the olive oil a little bit. And once that prosciutto starts getting crispy, it's going to harden, and you'll be able to then set it aside and put it on a plate with a paper towel just to absorb any excess oil and just let it cool. And then you're ready to serve. I really hope you try this because this recipe is really, really good. So when I was experimenting with it the other day, it was delicious. But let me tell you, it is the flavor is pretty intense because of the sweetness of the dates, and you really get a mouthful. So, you know, maybe 3 per person if you're trying to estimate how long or how many you need to make, depending on how much people like it or not. But this is really good. So bear with me. So you do want the olive oil to be hot because we don't want it just sitting in the olive oil cooking. We just want it to crisp up. So I got to get this nice and hot. And what I like to do to know if it's hot enough for this, I take a little piece of prosciutto and I put it in and see if it starts to crisp up pretty quickly, and it's not. So either I just need to give it more time or just turn it up a little bit. I think I'm going to turn it up. So I've got it sizzling now, and hopefully I don't have too much olive oil in there. So I'm going to go ahead and gently lay it in. I can hear it sizzling. And I really want the space. I don't want to crowd these because I need to turn them over, right? Because we want them to crisp up. Now it's getting really hot. And you can use a splatter guard or just put a lid over it. So really just a few seconds. And once they do that, that should also cause the prosciutto wrap to adhere to itself, ensuring that they don't fall apart, that they don't unroll. You'll know when they're getting crispy when it starts getting that bacon look to it with the browning. So here's a perfect example. Okay, let's do our next batch here. Put it on the side so it immediately starts to seal itself in. I'm sure that there's a way to also do this, like maybe in the air fryer, or if you want to brush it with oil and broil it, you could do that. I just haven't tried that. I'll have to try it, maybe do another video on that, let you know how it turns out. But this way is nice. I like it. Yeah. These look really, really good. This is definitely going to be really popular with people who like bacon, like that flavor. So here I'll zoom in just so that you can kind of see how this looks. Isn't that beautiful? See, you have the dates here. Oh, it's going to taste so good. Very rich. Very rich. Even the little skinny one. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off and move these over to the paper towel here. And I'm using, you can do 2 things. You can use a spoon, or you could use a rubber spatula just to really gently turn them. I like using this little rubber spatula. It comes in really handy, this little tiny one. So you notice I didn't have to add any more oil because I did just enough. It really doesn't require a lot. I mean, I actually probably used a little bit too much. All right, I think I'm going to try this little skinny one here. See how it tastes. I think I'll just pop the whole thing in my mouth. Delicious. The sweetness. And of course, the more you cook these in the oil, the more it's going to taste like bacon. Have that bacon flavor. I mean, it is ham, but it just really comes out and it tastes so good. It tastes so good. You can serve it with a toothpick, just like this. So if you have a plate, you can put them all on a plate, and there you have it. So it's a nice little serving tray or whatever. If everyone has a toothpick, you don't have to worry about messy, dirty hands. This is really good. I really hope you try this recipe. I think it's probably one of the best party appetizer recipes that I have had and that I have made. And so I really hope that you try this recipe. If you like these type of recipes, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter below. Love to have you join the community. Be a part of us as we send you more recipes. Make sure to subscribe and like so you can get notified and hit that notification button. But here you go, friends. Here it is. Prosciutto and date wraps. I'll have to figure out a name for the recipe. But listen, thank you so much for watching. It means so much. And thanks for supporting the channel. See you on the next one. Grazie e ciao.